Greetings, it's Brian from New Tech Cleaning Systems. This is the beginning of a series we're doing on upholstery and textile cleaning tools. Over the last 24 months, there's been a good number of new tools that have entered our industry in relation to cleaning upholstery, draperies, different types of textiles. And we want to talk about that a little bit. So we're going to be starting a series on these new upholstery tools featuring each individual tool with each part of the series. So we'd like to invite you to watch each part of the series as we go. We're going to show some features, advantages, and benefits of each tool. Ultimately, all these tools have become really good tools. They're all very, very, very good. However, there are definitely some different features, advantages, and benefits that might make one type of company sales model pick one tool over another tool. So what we're going to do is go through this series. We're going to show one tool in each video, show the features, advantage of it, and then you guys can make up your mind which tool makes the most sense for you. Today we're going to be discussing the Prochem tool, upholstery tool, which has been around for many years. It's an absolutely outstanding tool. One of the things I start off right away when I talk about a Prochem tool is the fit and finish. The fit and finish of this tool is beautiful. It's a very shiny stainless steel, almost looks like chrome. I mean, it's very, very nice. So as we're going into people's homes and we want to have a clean, professional looking appearance, I mean, it's hard to beat a Prochem tool. It's just really, really a nice tool. It feels very, very nice in your hand. It's a little bit of a heavier tool, which some people say, okay, it's a little heavier tool. We're going to talk about that in a minute. It has a control flow valve, so we can actually control the flow of water that goes through this valve as we're pulling the trigger, cleaning different types of upholstery. Some thinner upholsteries need less moisture. Some thicker upholsteries may need a little bit more flow. So we can control that with this flow. We can also control the vacuum with this tool via the thumb vacuum slide. So if we have a delicate fabric, we can open this up, thus lightening the suction so we're not pulling on a fabric, damaging the fabric. Many of the new upholstery tools have these features, but this is a very solid, reliable feature. And reliability is something we want to talk about as we talk through this series of upholstery tools. There's nothing worse than being on a job and something breaks off or something doesn't flow right. This tool is extremely reliable. It's been in the industry many years. In fact, we have tools that I just sold one of these tools to a gentleman a couple weeks ago, and this tool was 10 years old. And finally, I just said to him, your guys have dropped it on the concrete so many times that it's just time for a new one. And it was still working. It was still operational. But, you know, things wear. I mean, that much wear and tear and dropping it on cement and different things, you know, you can damage finishes and stuff like that. But it's just an absolute die-hard tool, extremely durable. Now, as we look at features and advantages like vacuum flows and control flows and such, I want to point out the quality of the Prochem valve. Some of the new upholstery tools either have a valve or they don't. Some of them don't even have valves, but this valve is extremely reliable. It's a very high quality valve. It's easy to change the kit that's inside of it. If you ever blow the valve or you wear out O-rings or you accidentally freeze the tool, very, very, very easy to take care of. It does have a swivel on the hose, so when you're working with different upholsteries, it swivels very easily, so it's a little easier on your wrist. You don't have hoses winding up and bunching up. Again, a feature that you're going to see in our series on a lot of the different tools. Also, when you look at the connection to this tool, it does have inside here a screen. This is a screen system, so as the incoming water comes into this tool, it is pre-filtered before it hits the wand, so you don't see so many plug jets and some of the things you see in some of the other tools. Quite often you'll see junk gets in the jet, it clogs you up. Now you're in the middle of the job trying to remove jets, etc., etc. It's kind of a pain. So this is nice. We have a screen filter here, so it filters. It has a hide-a-hose feature. In other words, there is no loose high pressure solution line. You literally just snap this onto your vacuum hose and your solution hose, and you have one hose going to lead hose that goes to the job that you're working on. So it's very clean. You don't have hoses bouncing around, tripping over things. Very nice. Now, one of the things that before I end this on this particular tool, one of the things that I want to talk about is return on investment. When we sell equipment to anyone, or when a contractor or someone buys a tool or a piece of equipment, one of the things that they never ask is, and sometimes don't even ask themselves, but they don't ask us, what is the return on investment on this piece of equipment or this tool that I'm buying? You know, are my guys going to break it easy? You know, am I going to have this tool for 1 year or is it 10 years? If this tool is $300 and it's going to last a year, if it's $500 and it's going to last 10 years, or is it $300 and it's going to last 10 years? You really need to look at return on investment. For each piece of upholstery or textile that's going to be cleaned, there is a cost factor to every single one of them, wear and tear, et cetera, et cetera. This tool, as we go through our series, I will tell you, will be in the top 2 or 3 tools, maybe even the #1 tool as far as return on investment. It is extremely durable, extremely durable. You can use this tool over and over and over. Now, some tools you may say, okay, some of these new tools are made of plastic, but they clean extremely well. And you'll see that in some of the future videos we do. But you may be a fleet director that says, well, I got 20 trucks. This might be a tool for those 20 trucks because it's so durable. Your guys that are in 20 different trucks, you got 30 different technicians working these trucks, they can beat this tool to death and it's going to keep going and going and going. It's a very, very durable tool. So these are some of those things to consider as we're talking about return on investment. So I'm going to end the feature on this tool by saying, you know, whether you come to NewTek or go to your local distributor, check out the Prochem tool and consider that as one of your tools for your fleet. You will not go wrong. It's an absolutely outstanding tool. And I look forward to seeing you on the next parts of our series. We're going to be reviewing the CFR tools, some of the new plastic tools, the DM3s, et cetera, et cetera. So we look forward to seeing you in those videos. So I'm going to end it here. Thanks for watching.